everyone. Welcome to Crowns and Sashes magazine. Today I'm talking to Becca. Would you like to introduce yourself and your title?
So I'm Becca. I am Mrs. Hampshire Atlantic, and I've been in the pageantry world since 2018.
Excellent. So this definitely isn't your first pageant. That was going to be one of my questions.
No, this is definitely not my first pageant.
What made you go into pageantry?
Well, as a plus size lady, I felt like a lot of the social media is so stereotypical. Oh, you have to be the perfect body size, the perfect hair, the perfect this, that, and the other. And I'm like, why should it have to be just those like perfect looking women?
Exactly.
And for me, as a plus size woman, pageantry was a way to be able to have a voice in areas that I wouldn't necessarily have a voice. So it was a little bit of empowering for me as a big lady, as a disabled lady. And it also meant that I could instill certain values in my daughter who is joining. So, yeah.
No, that's brilliant. Would you be able to tell us anything about your disabilities?
Yeah, so basically, I've been dealing with a herniated disc in my lower spine. And I've been dealing with that since about 2010, so it's been about 10 years now. My doctors kept fobbing me off, kept saying, oh, it's muscle pain, and finally had an MRI, and they found that I had a misplaced disc.
Wow.
Which means I can't stand for too long, I can't walk for too long. The other side of it as well is I've obviously got a mental health condition, so I've had that ongoing since, well, I was 9 years old and I'm 29 now, so it's been a long time with it.
Yeah.
But I find that the more you talk about it, the easier it gets anyway. So I mean, for me, it's a great platform, pageantry, to be able to talk out about things that not many people may want to talk about.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. What made you choose to do Atlantic?
I started out in Miss British Beauty Curve. I didn't actually make it to the stage because the entry fee and things, I was having trouble with getting sponsors.
Okay.
I then went to Miss Sovereign GB in 2019. Unfortunately, I didn't even make the top 20 and my knee gave out while I was on the stage.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, all the girls there were absolutely fantastic. They ran on, they helped me. I can't praise those girls, enough. And then I was looking for another system, basically, and Atlantic had come up a few times on my Facebook feed. So I spoke to one of the girls that went into 2020 for finals, and she had been at Sovereign, so I was speaking to her a little bit. And then when I got more and more interested in the platform that Atlantic had, so Mind as the charity, it just seemed like a better fit for me, because I felt that even with my mental health and things, there were certain things that I was missing in the other pageants with my pageant directors compared to Atlantic. So I felt more comfortable in my surroundings. And obviously Romy has gone above and beyond to make sure that I'm okay. When she found out about my wheelchair, she was like, are you sure you're going to be okay on stage? And I was like, as long as I've got somewhere to sit down, I'll be fine.
So you're able to walk. You can do your walks fine, but then you just have to have a little break before the next one. That's fine. That's fab. It's brilliant that you can still do pageants and still compete. It's lovely. I know your daughter is also in Atlantic. Have you been fighting over who has what outfit? Have you got everything?
For her, yes. For me, not so much. Her evening dress is to die for. I literally got it in the post and I got it out the box and I went, I wish they made it with my size.
Oh, bless her.
And I can't wait for her to actually show everyone what it looks like. To say that I was not expecting the weight of it as well surprised me when I got it out the box. And to say it's a one-of-a-kind dress is definitely the right words to describe it.
Oh, I can't wait. I bet she's really excited as well, isn't she?
She is. She keeps saying to me, "Oh, Mummy, when can I try my evening dress on again?" And I'm like, when I've got the energy.
And I don't want you to ruin it.
Yeah, that's the one.
You can sit and look at it for now.
Yeah.
Who's the most competitive out of you two?
Probably me, to be fair. Yeah.
How old is Zara? What is her title?
So Zara is 10 years old and she is Miss Junior Hampshire Atlantic.
Fabulous. Have you been practicing your walks together and poses?
For her, yes, but because I've done the pageantry world
you
before,
kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah, so for her, bless her, she'll put on her little high heels and she's still a little bit uneasy in them.
Oh, bless her.
So we've got to get her practicing seriously over the next few weeks because her outfits and things will be done before all mine get recorded anyway. So yeah, that'll be fun.
It's lovely that you're in it together though. So you're practicing together, you're arranging your outfits together. It's lovely that you've got each other to support each other.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a no-brainer. I mean, Zara has some issues with anxiety.
Right.
So I suggested maybe doing pageantry as a way to help build her confidence.
Confidence boost, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and she's going to secondary school in September. So my theory was, well, if I can get her focused on something other than school, it might help with mentality when it comes to going from primary to secondary and everything else, really.
Is this her first pageant?
It is, yes.
Oh, so the nerves and excitement are real for her.
Yeah, I mean, she did an online pageant a couple of years ago, which was supposed to be on stage, but they stuck it as virtual. So this would have been her first on stage, but to be honest, I don't think it would have made a difference to her. It's something that she's interested in, she likes doing. You know, she's a little girl, she likes the sparkle, so...
Bless her. Have you organised where you're going to film all your walks and take all your pictures?
Yes, my garden.
Perfect. Is it long enough to walk?
It should be. We've got a lot of concrete and gravel out there, so no high heels sinking in the grass.
Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it? And just hope for a nice day like today, so your hair's not going blowing everywhere.
No, that's the one, yeah. No, me, I'll come out looking like a scarecrow. I'll be like, oops.
Could you tell everyone a little bit about your platform?
Okay, so my platform has been the Never Feel Ashamed campaign, which is focused again around mental health. And I came up with the hashtag again when I first entered into pageants. As someone that has a medical condition like borderline personality disorder, there is so much stigma around my particular condition, and I felt like there was not, like, there's generic mental health charities and things out there, but there was nothing really that aimed at the whole stigmatized shame that comes with it. So when I came up with Never Feel Ashamed, it was mostly as a way of saying, speak open, be honest, don't worry about the stigma that it comes with mental health. So it's been a work in progress, and obviously it gets bigger each time I promote or I do anything. You're
doing brilliant with it, because a lot of things do get just brushed under the carpet, don't they? Because some people are a little bit embarrassed to speak about them, maybe.
Yeah. I found that a lot of people tend to judge you a lot more when you go, well, I've got a mental health condition, and it's like, I actually, when I was able to work, my manager turned around to me and goes, are you going to be a risk to the customers?
Oh.
And I went, no, the only person I'm at risk of hurting is myself.
Yeah.
And that took her, like, she did not know what to say after that, because it took her so off guard.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's comments like that we shouldn't have to hear anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough, but I get by with it. And if people want to have that open and non-judgmental conversation about mental health, then I'm all for it. But it's when I get told, oh, just get over it. It was in the past. Grow up. You know, you're an adult now.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you can't tell someone just to get over it, because it doesn't work like that.
No, you don't know what's going on in other people's minds, do you? So
no, and I think that's where I found the most difficult, where I've had the most stigmatized things about it, because BPD, like I said, is one of the more complex disorders to live with, and it does get mistaken a lot for bipolar disorder.
Right.
The problem between BPD and bipolar is they are really similar. The only difference is some of the symptoms are different in the way that they affect you. So right. With bipolar, your mood will go up and down, but it's for lengthy periods of time. Whereas with BPD, it's fast reacting, fast changing, and you can go from being happy, bubbly, smiley in 30 seconds, be wanting to curl up in a corner and cry. So it's not an easy one to live with.
No, I can imagine. Do you have a favourite round?
Evening.
Getting all glam, the slow walk, showing it all off.
Yeah. My dress for Sovereign was a ball gown with sleeves.
Nice.
And in the light, the dress shimmered like from a blue to a purple colour.
Lovely.
And the camera would catch the purple like streaks that you'd see from the light in it. I love that dress, but it was a little bit too big by the time I had to put it on. So I was like, oh.
What do you enjoy most about pageantry?
For me, I suppose it's all the girls having unity.
Yes.
I know that there's a lot of people would be like, oh, but how can you all show unity? And it's like, well, you're there for each other no matter what. Really so if someone is down, everyone rallies and be like, look, if you need to talk to someone, just message. The other thing I found as well is the involvement to do with like people's maybe platforms or campaigns or whatever's going on. So I found that the unity is a big thing, and for someone in my shoes as well, it's even more important because it means that you've got a support system.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone comes together and it's so nice.
Yeah. I mean, you'll get maybe the odd one that may feel a bit kind of like, well, I'm better than you type thing, and you're like, no.
Everyone is equal. Do you have any funny or embarrassing stories from pageant land? Now, you've already said you fell over on stage, so that might be one.
Yeah, I basically, we'd done a full day of rehearsal, so that was our opening routine, and we were going up and down these steps to the stage at the theatre, and I had to speak to one of the two pageant directors and say, look, I can't keep doing these stairs, because if I do, I am going to fall before it's even started. So I said, is it okay if I just kind of slide in at the last minute? She was like, yeah, it's fine. So I did that, and then we did obviously our little black dress number, our fashion wear, and then it went on to evening. So by the time I'd even got into my evening dress, which was a lace up, so I had to find someone to do up for me. I got to the point where like I could feel underneath my dress, my legs just felt like jelly. And I hit the stage, was perfectly fine. I'd done my walk, I'd shown the dress off, I'd turned around to walk back, and my legs gone halfway through that walk. And I've had to stare at the other people on the stage with me, like going, help.
Oh, no.
One of the girls that got crowned at Sovereign, bless her heart, ran straight on in her evening dress. She's wearing a fishtail, so I'm surprised she came over herself. And was like, where's her crutches? Where's the crutches? Come out. And I've got up, and it took two of the pageant girls and one of the backstage guys to actually get me on my feet again.
Oh, no.
And then turn around on my crutches and do a little wave as if to say, I'm okay.
I'm okay, thank you.
And walk straight off because I just couldn't stand any longer. And Yeah, it was definitely one of the more memorable moments.
Well, fingers crossed as you're recording in your garden this time, if that happens, you can retake it, it's fine.
Yeah, that's